had 72 on him, but it has gone back in. He didn't receive it, I don't believe, because he's still out there. All right, Midgets, 12 laps, heat number 1. Wooten gets the jump off the outside of the front row. He'll lead into turn number 1 in the BNT 17. Quite a different racetrack to what these guys have been used to. Graham Standring flies through the inside of 3 cars and then just got that little wet patch off the inside. As I think the 12 of Mike Morrison shuts down, he retires to the infield early. Honda-powered aggressor of Mike Morrison. Out in front, it's Wooten, chased by Leighton Kendall. Then we go back to Chris McCutcheon in the Bearing Wholesale 96. Ford Hawk-powered aggressor. Watson there in the 43 in third, now fourth, now fifth as Jared Taylor makes the pass, as does Graham Standring. Standring through to the 5th position, started out at position 12. He's got a great run off the exit of turn 2. So the track is proving to be a little bit challenging through the middle. Probably more notably 3 and 4 at the moment. Nothing wrong with the top through 1 and 2. 17-8, 17-6 for Standring, 17-8 for Wooten. The only 2 drivers in the 17s, 17-6-5 for Graham Standring. Problems for Jared Taylor. Now Taylor was up inside the top 6, in fact he was in the 4th position. So Wooten leads from Leighton Kendall. Kendall having a strong run here as they both get unsettled through 3 and 4. McCutcheon right there with him, Standring back in the 4th spot. Coming back after that broken collarbone at the end of the Western Springs season. Battle for the lead, they all back up on each other, and Leighton Kendall upside down, got squeezed up into the concrete. Simon Stiles was one of the back markers involved there as well.
Yeah.
All right, back to green with 7 to go. Alistair Wooten, McCutcheon. Now McCutcheon from grid 9 up into the 2nd spot. Standring, Cobb. Maxwell this time making contact with the back straight fence. They're really struggling to get through 3 and 4. Standring with an inside run on McCutcheon looking for 2nd. Wooten's got them covered out in front. 1 and 2 definitely a lot nicer than 3 and 4 at the moment. As the 16 retires to the infield, Steve Edwards, and Aaron Dreve is going to stop right off the exit of 4 and bring out the yellow. All right, back to green, this time with 6 laps left to go. Can Alistair Wooten hold on from a charging McCutcheon? Standring, Cobb, Jick, Gwillem from 19, and Dane Maxwell up inside the top 7 as well. Go back to Ricky Logan. As McCutcheon makes a mistake, Standring goes by him, now goes up top and may get around Alistair Wooten. Here's Standring, a little bit of contact off. The Standring sort of got unsettled trying to get the car off the turn. Wooten continues to lead as McCutcheon puts the slider on Standring. Back into 2nd goes the Bearing Wholesale 96. Here goes Gwillem around the outside of Standring. McCutcheon got an awkward run out of 2. That checked him up. Standring had nowhere to go and Gwillem drove around the pair of them and he's done it again. And now goes to work on Alistair Wooten for the lead. So if Chris Gwillem can get to the lead here, he's done it from grid 19. We've already seen the feature. Fastest to the back. He goes way upstairs trying to get that outside line to work. It's very, very heavy up there. Just sucked all the horsepower out of the car. Dane Maxwell going back through the field. He made a mistake through 3 and 4 in the Q8 oils machine. So Gwillem's starting to drive away now as Wooten goes back underneath Chris McCutcheon. Standring still back there in that 4th spot. Alvin Cobb 5th. Back to Dave Jick. 2 laps left to go. In behind Jick, you got the 44 of Leon Burgess, the 81 of Ricky Logan. So the white flag will come out for Chris Gwillem. First night back for a long, long time, and he's just proving he loves this place. McCutcheon shuts down. Out of the top 3, Standring looking for 2nd with Wooten side by side out of 2. Gwillem's got the lead of the front, the whole straight as we've got a couple having issues. Simon Wee was one of those involved.
Yeah,
and Rose Halfpenny in the Golf.
Halfpenny turned around there, so
Golf Western 47.
Simon Stiles parked on the infield, but this top half series is all based on feature race points, isn't it, Jamie? So
yep.
Bad run in the heat, it's not going to hurt him too much.
Well, the checkered flag is out, so wow, Chris Gwillem.
Yeah, from my count, 26 cars, Jamie. So, yeah, despite the fact that we had about 8 or 9, I think, parked up on the infield by the end of it, they've all got back out there. So, tell you what, when it comes to this feature with this self-picking handicap from the rear, if they don't put Simon Stiles at the back, they're not trying to win this top half series.
Exactly right. All right, we are going green. 10 laps. Heat number 2 for the Midgets. On hopefully a somewhat flatter turn 3 and 4. Ricky McGough gets the early jump driver to his inside, will actually lead going down the back straight, pulls up in front of McGough. There's quite a few checking up and behind them. Dane Maxwell, Leon Burgess up top, making passes down the back straight. That's where the 17 of Alistair Wooten's gone, and he's picked up about 10 cars on the opening lap. Dave Jick right there in the middle. Out in front, though, it's the Watson machine, I think, up into the 3rd spot. Matthew Watson. Oh, no, it's Gwillem. Similar coloured car. Gwillem up into 3rd from position 8. Ricky McGough leads. Gwillem now into the 2nd spot. Jared Wade 3rd. Rose Halfpenny having some problems out of turn number 2, and it's now turn 2. 3 and 4 is actually a lot better. The exit of 2 is proving to be a bit of a challenge now. Go figure. Gwillem working for the lead. Ricky McGough got his hands full out of turn number 2. Here comes Gwillem, working the bottom and middle. Back in that 3rd spot is still Jared Wade. As we've got a couple together over the back side of the circuit, 43 Watson stops. Kurt Taylor is tangled up with another car, and they are locked together. Taylor's parked up on the left side. Nerf bar of someone who's unsighted. I can't see who it is. As we go back to green with 6 to go. Gwillem. Oh, a little bit of contact there with McGough, and then got out of shape through 2. As Ricky Logan goes to war with Leon Burgess. A couple more getting out of shape over the back there. Alistair Wooten was one of them. So there's now a big hole off the exit of 2, just claiming quite a few cars. Gwillem went to the outside of McGough. I thought there was a little touch, as this time McGough makes the mistake. Gwillem to the inside, looking 2 out of 2. Oh, there's all sorts of problems out of turn 2. Gwillem through to the lead with 4 to go. You're going to have to be planted on the bottom or upstairs. There's a couple of little spots out of 2, causing all sorts of issues. But it's Gwillem out in front. He'll easily be the top qualifier. From Ricky McGough, 2nd at the moment, Jared Wade, back to Ricky Logan. Leon Burgess. Another couple getting together further up, just ahead of the leaders. 7 of Steve Grace and the 16 of Steve Edwards. Here's McGough back down the inside of Gwillem, who went upstairs to get around the lap traffic. 3 to go. Still Gwillem out in front. Again, McGough making the mistake, getting out of that hole through 2. That allows Gwillem to get away. 2 to go. Chris Gwillem in the New World, 98. Ford-powered Brecker. Ricky McGough in the Honda-powered CSR under pressure here. Leon Burgess. First night I've seen him in the Spike Esslinger. Has been running a Ford-powered beast as Brock Maskovich spins to the infield. White flag is out. 1 to go for Gwillem. Checkered flag, in fact. Gwillem, McGough, Burgess, Wade, Standring, Alvin Cobb, Ricky Logan. February. And it was Brad Mosen from Wayne Green, Ricky Logan, after an amazing battle between Mosen, Maskovich and Hayden Williams. Williams on duty in Sydney tonight, wishing him all the best racing with the Jordan team over there for the 50-lapper at Parramatta Speedway. We're going green with Midgets here, though, at Baypark Speedway. Couple getting unsettled even before the start. Keep an eye on Chris Gwillem. Didn't get the best of starts. Gets the momentum up now.
Yeah, he's passed 6 cars already, so it's not a bad start.
Yeah, just laid back a little bit, but he sort of got some momentum through 1 and 2 as Ricky McGough and one of the Harper team cars, the 37, get together in the midfield. Alistair Wooten streaks around them and goes through into the 6th position. He's trying to get that high top line out towards the wall, really working to his advantage. And Gwillim's got to be there, right there with him, and he tripped over and up and over goes Gwillim. Game over. Steve Grace, I think, was slowing. Also in that sort of general vicinity, he was making a big run up the inside. Car, so it's not hard to figure out. All right, this time we go green. So, from a points battle point of view, Graham Standring sort of next in the queue as a chance, but all Simon Stiles needs to do is just circulate around. Steve Edwards got out of shape out of 2, and that won't be the first one tonight out of there in this feature. On arguably one of the toughest midget, one of the toughest tracks we've seen all year. So Alistair Wooten up into the 5th position as Edwards pulls to the infield. In the 16, Wooten up to the 5th spot. He started out of position 12. And we got another one up and over, Rose Halfpenny. Ricky Logan is in about 9th off this restart. So again, all Simon Stiles needs to do is keep out of trouble. I'd just be running up out towards the wall and doing his own thing. Standring gets through to about the 8th, 7th position for Graham Standring in the Wendy's 3 USA. Jared Wade looking to go down the inside of Simon Wee. Can't get the pass to stick. Right, now we're getting some laps. And Alvin Cobb and Ricky McGough having their own private battle, 5th and 6th. Steve Grace pulls off into the infield. The Canada powered number 7. And here's Jared Wade around the outside. Had a throttle problem here the second night, the top half series, and a DNF. After finishing 4th on opening night, the former New Zealand Superstock champ. Jarvis Tidd got out of the shape in the 17H. So Jared Wade, can he add his name to the winners list of midget feature winners at Bay Park? Here's Alistair Wooten down the inside of Simon Wee through to 2nd. Now he was in contention here on the 2nd night of the top half series. Here comes Standring, and they had, I think, an oil pressure sensor problem with the BNT 17 that shut down on a yellow, ending his chances. So it's Jared Wade, Alistair Wooten. Here comes Standring. Standring was 2nd on the opening night, and Wooten was 3rd. Brownie?
And at the moment, 10 places, Standring is ahead of Simon Stiles.
Yeah, it's not going to be enough. It's not going to be enough, but Stiles needs to finish. Oh, I thought he just about stopped out there on the track. I thought Simon Stiles had stopped. So Standring now goes to work on Alistair Wooten for 2nd. Wade's just driving away with this one. Broken suspension, right rear for the 5H of Alvin Cobb. 9 laps still left to go. So Jared Wade, about the length, or about half the length of the straight advantage over Alistair Wooten, who's just steadied himself in front of Graham Standring. Standring proving he can still get up on the wheel and manhandle a race car, and boy, are they manhandling them on this racetrack. Goes by Wooten for 2nd. Wade's got about a quarter of a lap lead over Standring. Wooten back in 3rd. 4th is Ricky Logan working the top line in the Lucas Oil Products 81 Esslinger powered Terminator. 5th is Simon Wee. Simon Stiles currently in the 11th position, looking to tie up the top half series, which will be a fantastic result for a low buck racer out of Huntley. Jared Wade's car looks really settled out there. It's probably handling the rougher parts of the track better than anyone out there. Standring is starting to close the gap. Wooten got out of shape off the exit, and Ricky Logan running right there with him for the final podium. 4 laps left to go for Jared Wade. Standring, Wooten, Logan, your top 4. 5th is still Simon Wee. It'll be a huge performance in the Owens 14. On the dash of the car, he's just out there having some fun. McCutcheon with there in 6th position in the Bearing Wholesale 96. winner. Ricky McGough over on the back straight. And do it. 3 to go. Jared Wade, Graham Standring, Alistair Wooten, Ricky Logan. That's going to help Logan. Styles is still out there in the 11th position. In fact, 10th. Go to green. Wade with a fantastic restart. Logan again's gone upstairs. Oh, Wade makes the mistake. Here's Standring. Couldn't take advantage of it. He's going to look to try and stick down the inside. Wade in the middle. Standring on the inside. 2 to go. Simon Wee's just falling back through. That's put Chris McCutcheon up into the 5th spot. Logan's got around Wooten for the 3rd and final podium. Wade again, really manhandling this car. I mean, Wade's done a lot of super stock racing. This will be one of the toughest races I reckon he's ever had to endure. Can he hold on for one more lap? He got out of shape, out of 2, Standring to the inside. He's going to try and stick it down the inside. He gets a little bit of contact. Wooten and Logan make contact. Standring's going to win it. A last lap pass on Jared Wade. Man, talk about a gunfight at the OK Corral.
Feature race win 101.
Wooten's got a flat right rear out of it as well. Standring, how's that? The stick. Now, Graham's used to interviewing people down on the infield because he does your job at Western Springs during the season.
Yes.
How cool is that? Come on, folks, put your hands together. Graham Standring.
Feature race win 101. And I guess you got to feel a little bit for Jared Wade with that late race caution that brought you into it.
Yeah, you did right. I had nothing for Jared while he had that lead. I was sort of monitoring it. I was struggling with the track. When we got that yellow, I was able to reassess my lines, and then I just knew I had an ounce of speed on him, and if he made a mistake, I'd pounce, and I pounced. So the car was fantastic, the Wendy's car. Don't forget there's a Wendy's here in Tauranga. Go and get hamburgers so we can make this thing go faster. And
you should go and get us some.
And car owner Danny Lendich, last minute call to come down here, and my crew, Bill and Heather and Steve Grace and oh, fuck,
beg your pardon.
Running our names.
We'll let you off.
Scott Grace, that was an F-bomb. Scott Grace, fantastic. So the whole team did a great job.
That's a
The
fine.
car was great. Thank you.